Family, how are you? How's everyone doing? This is the first video I'm uploading to the main channel after Team Rocket, and after completely rebuilding my entire PC, the setup, the operating system. I've spent a few weeks reconfiguring everything, and well, I think we're back with a lot of great content. Pokemon Team Rocket Edition is one of the coolest series I've ever made. You have the complete series on the secondary channel. At least the Kanto part is complete, but don't worry, because I'm already working on the second season, and very soon you'll have that amazing series continuing right where we left off. Okay? I have to admit that after that series, I started to get even more interested in the whole Team Rocket thing, and of course, the most representative thing about Team Rocket is Mewtwo. So, during the trips I was taking and all that, I've been making a sort of Mewtwo altar with some really cool stuff, and I'll leave a clip here of what I'm putting together. I have the Mewtwo card, a pretty rare card that even though it's graded 10 and is worth about 180 bucks or so, and a follower gave it to me, so I really treasure it. And of course, I have the tank where Mewtwo was biologically created, so to speak. It's a super cool lamp, and we'll talk more about this kind of lamp later because I'm working on it. With the brand that made this, maybe we'll do a big giveaway to make one for you guys and all that. Don't worry, we'll talk about this soon, okay? But where am I going with this? I also recently bought the Aintor, okay? And well, as you can see on the screen, soon you'll have a video specifically talking about the console, all the things it emulates, all the games and so on. And of course, when I get a new console, what I do is fill it with games. And one of the games...
To buy the screen, Spain is about to win its second star. He screams wildly and everyone celebrates.
And one of the games that I absolutely have to put on the console is Pokémon Brillo Púrpura. It's a game that goes completely unnoticed, but it's absolutely insane. It's a game that, after the intro I gave you with the whole Mewtwo thing and the Team Rocket series, does it give you a hint about that it's about Mewtwo and Team Rocket, along with the experiments they're doing in a new region? An extremely cool game, and honestly, even though I've dedicated a lot of videos to it, it goes unnoticed, and I really don't understand why. I haven't seen anyone share screenshots of it on Twitter or Instagram. I've seen a lot of Pokemon Z. I've seen a lot of people playing Pokemon Team Rocket. I've even seen a lot of people playing the classic Hoenn Classic 151 and a bunch of other games that I've translated or contributed to. But man, I don't know. I think it's a game that deserves a chance. And that's why I'm here, to show you Pokemon Brillo Púrpura in depth. A complete game in Spanish and super interesting. It's a high difficulty game. It's a game that has a level of animation even higher than RPG Maker games. So the level of visual quality is going to be incredible. And to start, let's see what this game is about, what it's trying to tell us. And then we'll see a series of semi-cinematic scenes and gameplay so you can get an idea of what you're going to face. Of course, I would really appreciate a like and a subscription if you want more raw and round hacking content. And of course, everyone should subscribe to the secondary channel to watch the Pokemon Team Rocket series, a bunch of other interesting videos, series with Yosu, and a lot of top content. So family, let's get to it. To start, the best thing is to go to the Waka Hack post and start getting into what the introduction is all about, okay? PokeJota is the translator, a translator who has done a lot for the community, and now we're going to talk about the project itself. The game offers a new story, a new region, and 386 catchable Pokemon. It uses a custom Pokedex with Pokemon from generations 1 through 5. There are many Pokemon Mega Evolution side quests and a very extensive post game, okay? With lots of side events, legendary captures and such, Poke Radar for shiny hunting, and a higher chance of shinies. Usually there's a battle tower where there are very interesting trainers to face and so on. Quality of life features like quick access, improved dens, outfits to change the player's clothes, which is a really cool thing. Original music from the project, mini-games, replaceable HMs, and much more. The story summary is very simple, but I think it doesn't give any spoilers and leaves you wanting more. The region is overwhelmed by a wave of crime. An organization called Team Rocket carries out a massive Pokemon kidnapping, creating unprecedented panic. Police are doing all they can to end this period of repression, but the criminals are so organized that it isn't enough. Therefore, some trainers decide to confront Team Rocket on their own, although some of the top trainers have had some success in thwarting a few plans. Thus, to strengthen these trainers and avoid centralizing Pokemon in laboratories or centers, a measure has been put in place. It involves giving a Pokemon to every trainer considered capable of battling so they can defend themselves. Will this be enough to put an end to a period of great tension and violence caused by Team Rocket in the region? We find out in Pokemon Purple Shine. I think the story is attention-grabbing. You are a kid who wants to put an end to Team Rocket's plan because they are literally kidnapping and causing a lot of violence, and you, along with very powerful trainers, want to stop them. This will lead the trainer, along with his Pokemon team, to visit cities and uncover Team Rocket's plans in this region. We're going to watch a very interesting trailer from the developers Mike and Mickey, and we're going to see what's going on in this new region. I think it'll be interesting to watch it all at once, then pause to analyze what stands out. I'm stopping now because the trailer is in French, but the game is fully in Spanish. Don't worry. I'll explain how to download it later. Let's start with a brief comment, then go into more detail. Don't worry. It's Pokemon version Eclat Purple or Shiny Purple, which isn't translated into Spanish. I'll just take a quick look. To start with, the color palettes are super vibrant, okay? Super vibrant. Okay, a lot of animation, okay? Very big cities with decorative Pokemon and stuff, which I really like. Very big maps. Okay? A mix of graphics, like a blend of 4th and 3rd gen, which I also like. The graphics of Team Rocket, the NPCs that are classics from the Pokemon Red game, but with those bigger Nintendo DS graphics. We have Silver, the Team Rocket lab. Alright? Alright. We can see areas where Team Rocket members do research and experiments. Look, very diverse biomes. We have a swamp area, we have a beach area, which I love. We have winter areas too, okay, also really cool. Volcanic areas. We have sewers, which I think adds a great touch to the game. We have a kind of maritime city area, right? 4th gen, it's the first ruin of the region. And I think this is Recipolis, right? This is Recipolis. Well, I don't know, right? Is this Yoto? Look, there he is, Gull. Oh, wow, this is Pallet Town. But playing in the Game Boy Color style... Well, Game Boy. Alright, I think this will be about the Poke Radar. Okay? It's gonna be totally shiny there. A shiny Scaramouche appears. So cool. Awesome. Really cool. Hey, check out this cool mini game. Flying with the pilot. With the rascal. Yeah. Desert area too. Go on, so cool, man. Betting on a Manectrix race. I mean, the elements are cool. And because they're legendary, 100% Zatos, we have Jirachi. The Deoxys event is awesome. These elements are cool. Those are slaking over there. And here we have Pokemon Eclat Purple. I'm going to take a short pause and let's see. For example, first I want you to pay attention. It's one of the few games, I think it's practically the only one, that adds animation to the main trees and the decorative trees. Okay? I want you to look at the treetops that are moving. And that's because they're moving. Okay? You can't really notice it much because the game is in motion, but that's what makes it so that when the player is standing still, spending a lot of time in one area, they'll see that the Pokemon move, the tall grass moves, the flowers move, the treetops move, the tops of the small trees move, the little things move, and the water moves. The game will feel very alive, adding richness since the maps are large. Either way, it's really cool. Then, there are a lot of decorative elements that are quite different from each other, right? Here we have a kind of temple area, we have the Pidgeotos flying above, we have animated flames, more forested areas, and we have Team Rocket already doing what we read about earlier, right? Like their ball of crimes that also jump into your mother's backyard. There's something interesting going on here. We have a character, I'm not going to spoil much, but who appears pretty much at the beginning of the game, and you more or less already know who it is. These little windmills are spinning too, which looks cool, so we're going to see plenty of animation and various graphics either way. This is what I really like. The famous characters from the Pokemon games like Silver, Gold, Team Rocket, in general, they have a very strong presence. Here, for example, in this rocket laboratory, Silver appears and we're going to have to face him several times, I can assure you of that. And here we'll have to figure out what Rocket is plotting in each of the areas. For example, I'm pretty sure they're trying to summon Articuno to capture it and gain its power, right? But it's very interesting that the player will have to get involved little by little to uncover those plans. We've seen images where the player wears blue and the girl wears red. There are some really cool customizations, right? Here we have a Team Rocket research area, which I think is really cool because honestly, I think it adds a lot more weight and a lot more rawness to the Team Rocket storyline. So I think that's fundamental, and the biomes are really cool. Basically, we have a swamp area with well-chosen graphics. Honestly, I really like how they were chosen. We have a beach, which honestly is pretty simple, but it looks very elegant. Honestly, I really like the beach. winter area, and it's true that here I do miss having maybe a little path so it doesn't literally look like a route with several houses, but I would like something more structured, you know? Maybe this game suffers from maps that are a bit more chaotic, but, well, the sewer system is cool. It's true that you can really tell the graphic style is from another game. I'm not sure exactly which game it's from. Could it be from Zelda? From some Zelda game on GBA or some other GBA game? I don't know, but it's really noticeable, for example, with the lava biome, that the areas are pretty well defined, which is basically a 4th generation graphic style in general, and here it's a GBA game. You can tell by the color gradients, the walls and the shadows, but it doesn't look bad. Honestly, in my opinion, it doesn't look bad. Then we have this area, which I think isn't, well, it's not gonna be, because these are skyscrapers, right? These are cities with very tall buildings. This layout really reminds me of the seaside city, maybe. I don't quite remember the name, but it was the area where Electivire was in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and I find it very interesting. And then we also have, this could be Azalea near the Slowpoke Well. We visited Route 1 and Pallet Town with Game Boy graphics, which I think is really cool. Honestly, I think it's really cool. The Poke Radar, well, it's a quality of life feature that a lot of people probably won't use. I probably won't use it, but it's interesting for anyone who wants to spend time in the post game looking for a shiny they like. I don't know, I think it's interesting. The mini-games, like I said before, I think if this game has something special, it's because it really knows how to make the most of the theme of that GDA functionality to do fun things. Here we have to go through the marked points while flying on our Pokemon. I mean, we have to fly between the Swabblers, and it looks really cool. Then we have Manectric races to bet on, and I guess to get tokens and stuff. Here we have the heart, the club, and so on, which is classic in poker, and interesting battles. The biomes are beautiful, and that's basically it, guys. It's a game to enjoy Pokemon Team Rocket even more, to discover what they're plotting, to find out why they're still after Mewtwo, what they're looking for, or what role Mewtwo has in this adventure. Of course, if you want even more Team Rocket content, you have the Team Rocket series on the secondary channel, which is practically complete. We basically 100%ed of the Kanto region, and we would continue our adventure. So everyone, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon, alright?